Hey guys, I got a new video for you today, and I was really excited to get home so I can shoot this video because I wanted to share with you guys what I found today. A little backstory: I have had zero luck finding any pops whatsoever or anything worthwhile at my local Walmarts. I was actually at a Walmart tonight and I was looking for something else, and I decided to, just press my luck and go by the toy aisle to see if they had anything, and they didn't have any pops. They had the 3-pack of the Ghostbuster pops, but that's pretty much it. They were still $30, so I wasn't even looking at that. So I decided to, kind of go up and down the aisles, and I came across this one aisle that it was just a bunch of different toys. There was no order to it or anything like that. And I found one pop there, which was a Han Solo pop. The box was completely destroyed, and I didn't really want them anyway. So I kept on looking, and as I kept on going down the aisle, I saw this one box sitting there, and it didn't look familiar. So as I got closer, I found that it was this pop right here. This is number 138 in the new Star Wars Rogue One series of Funko Pops. This is Gene Erso, and I hope I'm saying that right. And based on the previews for Rogue One, which is the new Star Wars movie that's supposed to be coming out later on this year, at the end of this year, this is the main character. So obviously I was ecstatic to find this pop just sitting on the shelf there. So I went to one of the price scanners just to see how much it was, and it wasn't scanning. It would read an error every time I tried to scan it. So I decided, I'll just take it up to the register. They'll tell me how much it is. But I really wanted to pick her up. Obviously, I hadn't seen her anywhere else. I didn't even know that these pops were out. As I was walking out of the aisle, I turned to go towards the cash registers, and something told me to turn around. And as I turned around, there was a display right in the middle of the main aisle, and it had all the pops. Every single Star Wars Rogue One pop there, and it looked like nobody had even touched it. They must have just put it out. So obviously I went crazy. I started looking through all of them and everything, and I ended up picking up all of them. So this was probably the biggest impulse buy as far as Funko Pops for me goes. And I want to go ahead and show them to you guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera around and I'll give you a tabletop view. That way you guys can see the actual pops a lot better. I'm an inbox collector, so I don't take them out of the box. And going like this, sometimes you get a little bit of the glare. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you guys all the pops or at least all the ones that I was able to pick up for the new Star Wars Rogue One series. Alright guys, so here we are. Again, this is the one that I just showed you. This is Gene Erso. And I'm going to try and say all the names of the characters as best I can, but obviously having not heard them yet, because the movie obviously hasn't been released yet, I can just go based on what it says on there. But here is Jean, or Jin, depending on how you say it. So this is basically her standard pose, which looks really cool. Obviously the hair and the, she's holding her gun and stuff like that there. So again, this is number 138. I want to go ahead and show you guys the back here. Basically shows all the ones here. Now, one thing that I did note that was really cool, and I don't know if you guys can make it out, is it says right here, these two on the bottom, it says Smugglers Bounty Exclusives. Now that's really cool because before there was certain ones that would be included in certain boxes like Smugglers Bounty or certain exclusives to different stores and stuff like that, and you really didn't know just from looking at the back, and now they're actually telling you. Now what I have found is, as you guys can see here, it says Imperial Death Trooper. This one also says Imperial Death Trooper. It's just basically the pose of the actual pop, as you guys can see there. This guy's holding the gun like this, and this guy's holding this gun like that. So obviously this is another variant of Gene right there. So this is the one that I'm showing you now, and this is another variant with the goggles and stuff like that on top. So what I'll do is I'm going to leave these here, this one here, so we can use as a reference. And basically, I'm just going to go down the line. So the next one in the line next to her is this one here. This is number 139, and this is Captain Cajun Andor. Really cool looking pop. He's got obviously this kind of more military uniform on. He's still holding the gun as well. And he's got this really cool hairdo with the goatee and stuff like that. So He looks really cool there. Again, we won't know who any of these people are until the movie actually comes out. But for the most part, the pops look really, really awesome. All the molds, all the little intricate details and everything, and the uniform look really, really cool. So that one's there. Let's see if I can move that out of the way. Next one is going to be right here, the one right next to that one. And this is number 140. And this is, we're going to go with Chirrut Imwe. Okay, so this pop looks really awesome. The eyes look really cool. They're like these light blue with a little bit darker blue around the outside of the eye. He's holding this kind of wooden staff there, and he's got this contraption on his hand. But the outfit that he's wearing looks a little bit more kind of martial artist, I guess. This is one of the characters we've seen in the preview, kind of doing flips and stuff like that. So he looks really, really cool. Obviously, again, very intricate mold on the actual pop. So there you go. Next one right next to him is this guy right here. This is number 141, and this is Baze Malbis. One thing that I did notice is they're doing these kind of scars, molds on the face. They look really cool. So as you guys can see right there, he's got like this scar that comes down underneath his eye. Again, he's got the goatee is a little bit more bushy as opposed to the captain one there. His gun right here with the kind of belt of rounds going through looks really, really cool. And then the intricate kind of wraps around where his hair is and stuff like that make him look really awesome too. So there it is, Baze Malbis. Put him back there. I'll move it to the side a little bit. Okay, from there we go to the next line down here, and that is going to be number 142. This is Director Orson Krenek. So really awesome menacing pose. He's got the cape that's draped over his shoulders. He's got the black gloves, and he is holding that gun in his hand there. And then he's got the little bit of gray on the sides of his hair, as you see right here in the figure. And obviously looks really, really awesome in this kind of white with the white top with the white cape, and then the black gloves and the black boots and pants and stuff like that. So he looks really cool. I really dig that one. So set that one there. From there, we're going to go to good old Darth Vader. So this is number 143, Darth Vader. And I can tell you he is very heavy. Obviously, the helmet and the mold of the head and stuff like that. But he is standing there kind of holding his belt. I don't know if you guys can make it out. Yeah, so he's holding his belt. Looks really cool. Obviously, very dark pop. The eyes are actually a little bit lighter shade in black. And then, he's got his little apparatus in the middle of his chest, and then his belt and everything else in kind of silver. So looks really cool. So that is Darth Vader. From there we go to the Imperial Death Trooper, which is the one right here that I showed you guys. So this is the standard one, and this is number 144, and he looks really cool. Obviously he's got his kind of stormtrooper helmet on, and then where the respirators are in the front right here, and then the eyes are kind of like a dark green color. Looks really cool. And then he's got his gun right there. Hopefully you guys can make that out. He's very dark, but he looks really awesome in person. So again, the Imperial Death Trooper. And then we're going down to the next one right there next to him, and this guy looked really, really awesome. And I didn't have a lot of these, and this is the Scariff Stormtrooper. So a little bit of a different mold to the helmet itself. You have these wings that come down, but it's kind of like this beige, kind of sand color. And then his boots and his midsection where his pants are kind of like a dark brown, and he's holding the gun right there. And then he's got the little emblem right on top of his helmet right there. You guys can see it on the side here, and then the red also on the side of the gun. And again, I'm sorry I'm not taking them out of the box. I know a lot of people really like to see them, but again, I'm an inbox collector. As you guys can see, this box was pretty much the only one that wasn't mint, and that's because they only had 2 of these, and the other one was really messed up. So this one has a little bit of a crinkle right here in the front, but for the most part, the pop is in great condition, and everything else looks fine. So there he is. Now we're going to move down to the bottom row right here with the 2 droids. The first one is K2SO, This is number 146. And he is very thin, very, very skinny, very top heavy. Obviously, his head is really big. And then you have the wide eyes right there, which look really awesome. You have a little red thing on the side right here. But for the most part, he's pretty intricate looking as far as the sculpt goes, especially in the midsection right there with the hands and the arms that dangle down almost past his knees, which look really cool. So this is K2SO. And then the other little droid there is this one right here. He is number 147, and this is C2B5. And I really wanted to pick this guy up for sure because this is actually my first droid. I don't own any of the droids from the Star Wars series or anything like that, so I really wanted to pick him up. He's really cool. He's like a matte black finish on him, and then he's got the little silver accents and stuff like that, the little blue on the front, and then on the bottom where his feet are, he's got like these brown or kind of goldish wires that come out of his feet and stuff like that. So he looks really cool also. So basically that is all the pops with the exception of the two right here, which is the again, what they say is the Smugglers Bounty exclusives, which is the Jyn Erso and this other sculpt and this other dress with the goggles and stuff like that, and then this Imperial Death Trooper with the gun in a different position there. So basically we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. So that's all the ones that are on the back of the box right here. But as I was going through the ones that they had available there, I found another pop from the same series, which is actually not on the box, and it's this guy here. So this is number 153, again, the Star Wars Rogue One series. And this is Saw Guerrera. So really cool, really, really cool looking pop. Again, he's got that scar right in the front of his face that they molded right into the sculpt, which is really cool. And then the beard with the goatee. And then his uniform is really awesome. But I don't know if you guys can make it out. He's got like a sandal in one foot and then like a robotic kind of mechanical other foot. So I thought that was really cool. He's got a glove in one hand and then nothing in the other, and he's got like this little staff. And as you guys can see by the picture there, I don't know if you guys can make it out, but he also has this kind of cape that drapes down on the back right there. So yeah, definitely he looks really, really cool. But I was very surprised that he wasn't in the back. So he's not in the back here. So I don't know if this guy's an exclusive or what, but obviously no stickers or anything like that on there. So box is a little crinkled right there, but as far as the pop goes, he is in great condition. So there it is. That is basically the complete Star Wars Rogue One series of pops, with the exception of obviously the two that are going to be in the Smuggler's Bounty exclusives. And in going through Pop Price Guide, I noticed that there are like one or two other ones, other variants. I know there's another variant of the Scariff Stormtrooper and another variant of Darth Vader, and I think another variant of Jyn that are actually not even on the box back here, and those are going to be exclusive to other stores, like Target and Walmart and stuff like that. So definitely be on the lookout for those. So there it is. I'm going to cut the video away and talk to you guys a little bit more about how I found these. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed that tabletop view, seeing the pops a little bit better than me just showing it in front of the camera. I wanted to do that with this particular haul because, again, I wasn't even aware that these had already come out. They had a whole section, again, a whole display right in the center aisle full of these. So they had multiples, and they also had a couple of Force Awakens pops mixed in there as well. But for the most part, when I tried scanning them to find out the price, they weren't scanning. So I took it up to the register, and as the girl was scanning them, it said not for sale or sale not allowed or something like that. But luckily there was somebody else there that had heard about the pops, and they knew that they were already put out, so they explained to her how to manually input each pop. And the best thing is that each of these pops was $8.75. So that blew me away. That's the reason why I ended up picking up all of them. And I know I said this already, that this is pretty much the most I've ever spent in one specific haul. but I could not pass it up. Again, as a collector and as an up and coming collector, when I'm faced, I should say, with the opportunity to be able to pick up basically the whole collection at a great price, I couldn't pass it up. This is the first time I ever bought a pop at Walmart, and I ever found something worthwhile buying. And I think they had just put them out because, again, they weren't scanning in the regular system or even at the registers. So I don't know if they were maybe put out too early. Maybe they were waiting for Force Friday to put them out, and which should be next week, and they put them out a little too early. But again, if they're out, they have to sell them. So I definitely was very lucky to find them. So if you guys are interested, that's what they look like. They should be available very, very soon. So I definitely recommend that you check your local Walmarts, and maybe they'll have them out there as well. So there it is. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.